Hey, hockey fans, how's everybody doing? Let's review some scores for Sunday, and then we'll make picks for Monday. There's 10 games on the board for Monday, so we'll go through everything quick here. First, we had Minnesota early in the day take on Arizona. They won that game 4-1. We got that one right. Carolina defeated Detroit 2-1. We won that game. Columbus lost to Dallas in a shootout, so we got that one wrong. The Islanders, number 9, they beat the Devils 3-2 in a crazy game. But right on, number 9 for the Islanders. The LA Kings, Colorado, man, they came out and played strong. I was really impressed with Colorado for how beat up they are. But 4-1 over the Kings, we lost that game. And then Ottawa defeated Toronto, so we got that one right. The best bet went through. That was Minnesota. Best bet goes to 12-6. Overall picks 4-2. So that record goes to 82-61. And then the parlay I missed by 1, the LA Kings. I got Minnesota and Ottawa right, but I did not get the Kings. So it wasn't a complete 0 day, but it wasn't a great day. It was an okay day. Anyway, we'll get on to picks for Monday, and we'll start the week off hopefully with some good picks and make some money. Nashville against Tampa. Tampa 8-1-1 with a current 1-game winning streak. Vasilevsky is listed in net for Tampa against Nashville, who are 3-6-1 with a current 2-game losing streak. Pekka Rinne is listed in net for Nashville. They're in 7th with 23 points in the Discover Central, whereas Tampa is in 2nd. Carolina jumped back into 1st, so Tampa's in 2nd with 40 points. Tampa won on Saturday when these teams played 6-3. The Lightning have won all 5 games these teams have played. The Lightning are going to be pretty tired, I think, after the next 7 days. I think they're playing 5 games in the next 7 days. Tampa's a strong home team, though. They're 10-1-0 at home. They got some guys playing really well. The Preds are still pretty beat up. I mean, the Lightning are sitting at a plus 37 goal differential, whereas the Preds are at a minus 29. This, should be a win for Tampa. That's my pick, Tampa to beat Nashville. Next game, Washington against Buffalo. Buffalo, the last place team in the league, in their division. They're really struggling. 0-8-2 in their last 10 with a current 2-game losing streak. Johansson is listed in net for Buffalo against Washington. That's 8-1-1 with a current 4-game winning streak. Vanacek is listed in net for Washington. They're in 2nd with 38 points in the Mass Mutual East. Buffalo 8th with 16 points. The Capitals played Philadelphia in their last game and won that one 5-4. Buffalo lost their last game to Pittsburgh 3-0. The Capitals lead this series 4-1. I think the Capitals are in 4th, goals for right now in the league. So, they're definitely putting the puck in the net, and Buffalo's struggling with goaltending. Their goaltender that's playing here, who's listed here, he's still looking for his first win this season. And again, this should be a win for Washington. That's going to be my pick. I'm going to take the favorite here, Washington to beat Buffalo. Buffalo's just having too tough a time. Next game, Philadelphia against the New York Rangers. The Rangers are 5-5-0 in their last 10 with a current 1-game winning streak. Philadelphia 5-5-0 with a current 2-game losing streak. Carter Hart has been confirmed in net for Philadelphia, where Alexander Gorgaev is listed in net for the Rangers. Philadelphia is in 5th with 29 points in the Mass Mutual East, whereas the Rangers sit in 6th with 25 points. The Flyers lost their last game to Washington 5-4, and the Rangers had an impressive win over Boston where they won 4-0. It's a game apiece in this series. Both games were 1-goal games. I think the last time Carter Hart played the Rangers, he lost in overtime. Carter Hart, definitely a weakness for Philly right now, and I didn't really I watched some of the games when they played Washington, and I didn't really like what I saw, whereas I think the Rangers I like them. I'm going to go Rangers here. Rangers to beat Philadelphia is going to be my pick. Next game, Chicago against Florida. Florida is 6-2-2 in their last 10 with a current 3-game winning streak. Bobrovsky's listed in net for Florida against Chicago, who's 5-4-1 with a current 1-game losing streak. Lankinen is listed in net for Chicago. 4th, 33 points in the Discover Central, whereas Florida's in 3rd with 40 points. The Panthers doubled up the Hawks 4-2 in the last game that these teams played, and Florida has controlled this series 3-0. Bobrovsky's a concern. He's definitely one of the top goaltenders in the league right now. And I think this is another great goaltending matchup. Both these are scrappy teams, and I'm going to go to the Kane to break it match up here, and I'm going to go to Chicago. Chicago to upset this Florida team. Chicago's my pick. Next game, Boston against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is 7-3-0 with a current 5-game winning streak. Tristan Jarry listed in net for Pittsburgh against Boston. That's 4-4-2 in their last 10. Current 1-game losing streak. Halak is listed again for Boston. They're in fourth with 32 points in the Mass Mutual East. Pittsburgh in third with 35 points. The Bruins lost their last game 4-0 to the Rangers. Penguins last defeated Buffalo 3-0. Boston has won both games these teams have played this season, 3-2 and 4-1. And I think Boston still sits in first in penalty kill and also controlling the faceoff. I feel like Pittsburgh is playing better hockey and more consistent hockey right now than Boston. Boston is just not playing good, consistent hockey. I'm not a Pittsburgh fan, and it's hard to make this pick, but I'm going to pick Pittsburgh to beat Boston. Home team to beat Boston, Pittsburgh. Next game, Vancouver against Ottawa. Ottawa 4-6-0 with a current 1-game winning streak. Joey Decord listed in net for Ottawa. Vancouver 5-4-1, current 1-game winning streak. Thatcher Damko listed in net for Vancouver. They're in 6th with 28 points in the Scotia North. Ottawa in 7th with 21 points. Canucks last played Edmonton and won that game 2-1. The Senators also won their last game against Toronto here on Sunday, 4-3. Vancouver controls this series, though they've won all 3 games they've played. I think Vancouver has a couple guys out. Vancouver rested team should beat this Ottawa team. It was a nice win for Ottawa against Toronto, but again, I think Toronto has some problems right now. So it is what it is, but I'm going to go Vancouver to beat Ottawa in this game. That's going to be my pick. Next game, Montreal against Winnipeg. Winnipeg is 7-2-1 with a current 1-game winning streak. Hellebuck is listed in net for Winnipeg against Montreal, who were 3-3-4 in their last 10 with a current 2-game losing streak. Carey Price is listed in net for Montreal. They're in 5th with 29 points in the Scotia North. Winnipeg sits in 2nd with 36 points. The Canadiens last lost 3-1 to Calgary, and the Jets last placed Toronto, and they won that game 5-2. The Jets lead the season series 3-1, although the last game that these teams played, Montreal destroyed Winnipeg and won 7-1. Both teams are pretty healthy. Winnipeg's playing good hockey, though, right now, and I like them to bounce back. They're going to come at this game with a bit of anger about the last game, so I'm going to go Winnipeg. Again, home team here to beat Montreal, Winnipeg. Next game, Battle of Alberta. Edmonton against Calgary. Calgary 5-3-2 in their last 10. Current 2-game winning streak. Markstrom is in net, listed in net for Calgary. Edmonton is 6-4-0 in their last 10 with a current 1-game losing streak. Mike Smith listed in net. They're in 3rd with 36 points in the Scotia North. Calgary sits in 5th, 29 points. The Oilers last played Vancouver and lost that game 2-1. They did look a little tired in that game. The Flames last played Montreal and they won that game 3-1. Oilers lead this battle 3-1. Sutter has not lost since he's been behind the team on the bench, although I know in the media he's saying that he's been brought to Calgary strictly to win the Cup, and I think that's unfortunate because they're not going to win the Cup. But we'll see. I'm going to pick Edmonton. Edmonton to beat Calgary is going to be my pick. Next game, San Jose Sharks against Vegas. Vegas 8-2-0 in their last 10. Current 2-game winning streak. Marc-Andre Fleury back in net for Vegas. He had a false positive COVID test, so that's great news for Vegas. The Sharks are 5-4-1 in their last 10. Current 3-game winning streak. Devin Dubnyk is listed in net for the Sharks. They're in 7th, 25 points in the Honda West, with Vegas sits in 1st with 37 points. Vegas last defeated the Blues 5-1. The Sharks won against Anaheim 3-1 in their last game. Vegas has won all 3 games that these teams have played. Marc-Andre Fleury, again, as I mentioned, is back, which is great. And Vegas is just a very, very strong home team, and I think they'll end this 3-game winning streak the Sharks have had. And again, 2 of those games that the Sharks won were against Anaheim, so Vegas will win this game. Vegas at home takes the W. Then the last game, the St. Louis Blues against the LA Kings. LA 3-4-3 in their last 10, current 2-game losing streak. Groznick is listed in net for the Kings. St. Louis 4-3-3 with a current 1-game losing streak. Binnington is listed in net for the Blues. They're in 4th with 33 points in this Honda West division. The Kings are in 5th with 28 points. The Blues last played Vegas and they lost that game 5-1. The Blues have stayed in all their games, but they've lost 4 in a row. I think 3 of those games required extra time, so they're still getting a point and staying in good in the standings, but they've lost 4 in a row. The Kings lead the season series 4-2. I'm still looking for Tarasenko to have a breakout game, which we all know he's going to. It's just a matter of what game that's going to be. An arrested Blues squad, LA, they played pretty hard against Colorado, even though they lost, and I think the Blues should win this game. Blues is going to be my pick. Blues over LA. Vegas over the Sharks. Edmonton to win the Battle of Alberta against Calgary. Winnipeg over Montreal. Vancouver over Ottawa. Pittsburgh over Boston. Chicago over Florida. The Rangers over Philadelphia. Washington over Buffalo. And Tampa over Nashville. I'm going to go my best bet. I'm going to make the Rangers my best bet. And for my parlay, I was looking at the odds, so I'll throw the odds out there too so people know. But I'm going to take Winnipeg money line, which is sitting at 2.0. I'm going to go St. Louis. I'm going to go puck line, which is sitting at 2.7. Edmonton, I'm going to go money line, which is sitting at 1.9. I'll do $20 on each of those games, and then I'll do 50 on the parlay at 10.13. So again, potential to win 647.63 at $110 risk. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not saying that's what anyone else should do, but that's what I'm going to do. I feel good about this parlay. I feel good about these games. I might do some in-game betting as well, depending how things go. Hope everyone has a great start to the week. Good luck with your picks. Thanks for watching. Talk soon.